It's my crib. So it is finally time to do an empty house tour. So I want this not only to be a tour, but I want it to be super detailed about going through the new build process, because I know a lot of people go through the same thing and we learned a lot from the experience. So before I get into it, we came on this project when the builder already had the framework up. So we couldn't really make changes to the layout. We only did a few tweaks, which I'll point out to you. So the layout is what the builder mostly had, and then he had a spec sheet. And then the spec sheet was included in the price. However, if we wanted to include any upgrades, that would be out of pocket. So I'm gonna call those out just so you're aware what's usually in spec versus out of spec. So let's start in the foyer. First things first, the balusters on the stairs. Originally it was spec'd out for wood, and then to do the black iron is $800. So that was an upgrade right there. We really wanted the black, and then we also really wanted these white posts, which wasn't an upcharge, just really this was the upcharge. And then the paint color in here, the whole house is Benjamin Moore. So in here we did gray owl, and then all the trim is Chantilly lace. And then the floors, these are red oak floors, and the stain is called Natural with Amber, which is Minwax. So that took a lot. That actually took a while to nail down our stains. We really wanted like a natural stain, natural stain without being yellow. Anything else to call out in here? Matt's behind the camera, so he's gonna hop in.
Just this paneling?
Yeah, and we wanted like the trim in the foyer, which is really important to us. Oh, and another upcharge in here, which is probably like a super splurge. I don't know, the chandelier lift. Yeah, so basically there's a switch in the closet, and if you hit the switch, the chandelier slowly comes down, so you can switch the light bulbs rather than getting a ladder. And that was $1,700, which is super expensive, but I just didn't like the idea of going on a ladder there. We're gonna try like decorating for the holidays, so we'll try to get our money's worth. But that was probably like the biggest splurge, I feel like, out of everything we upgraded. Okay, so now we're gonna walk this way. So this is the family room / living room. So we're gonna make the living room a play area for the baby, but in here you'll see a very like natural transition in paint. So this is the Collingwood paint. I think it's just a little bit warmer of a gray for our living room area. So this was out of spec. You know, there was nothing on this wall, but we really wanted a dry bar. And originally when we thought dry bar, we thought we would add it to the dining room, but the builder suggested to put it here, which we love. It's like a really nice piece of furniture. So this was totally worth the upgrade to add this in here. And we just matched the cabinets and the handles with what you'll see in the kitchen. And then over here is the, like where we'll put the couch and the TV. So we did move some stuff in already. So this was a learning experience, as you'll see. So basically what happened is we have a gas fireplace, and we had a really nice wood mantle here, but like, who said it was code? I don't know.
Fire inspector said due to code you can't have something combustible that close to the source of heat.
When the fire inspector came in, he noted that because it's a wood mantle, you can't be within 12 inches of the top of the fireplace. So we had to add tile all the way up here, and then the wood mantle would go here. However, after that happened, we realized that that brought this way too high, and the TV would be to the ceiling. So we looked at our options, and our option would be to take the tile back down and look for a non-combustible mantle, because that could be like super close to the fireplace. The issue with that is there's not many options. So we have one coming in the mail, but that's what the situation is. We like took the tile down, repainted it, they're gonna fix this, and then we're gonna put a mantle on here. So that was a learning experience. Check your codes before putting tile and mantles up. Okay, so walking this way, we have the entrance to the basement here, but it's unfinished, so nothing to see there. We're gonna finish it years later. But now this way into the kitchen. So you can come into the kitchen. Okay, so in here is classic gray paint. Again, just a subtle transition in the gray, but we thought it matched our backsplash really well. So around the house, we decided not to make too trendy decisions, but we also didn't want to do too safe and have some character in here. So that's what you'll hopefully see, because I used to love the black accents, but I felt like that was going to be too trendy. So we just did a brushed gold with black accents elsewhere that you'll see. So for things that were out of spec in here, This was supposed to be another pantry, so you see we have a pantry here, but we wanted more cabinets. And also specifically, if we didn't have this, then the microwave would have been at the bottom of the island, which we did not want a microwave drawer. So this was out of spec, and again, so worth it for us because I feel like it completes the kitchen. And like I said, we wanted a microwave there. Things in here that were on my wish list, but we didn't put in because it was too expensive and not worth it, would have been a wood hood. So instead we did it under the cabinet hood, which still looks just as good, but so you know, wood hoods are like $3,000. And then also for a sink. So my preference would have been to have a nice porcelain farmhouse sink, but again, was super expensive and caused like them to make the cabinets different. So we just settled for this generic sink, which is still really nice and big. And we decided to do chrome on the faucet versus gold because we thought gold would be a little too trendy. So also what we did is we did a contrasting island. So a lot of what you'll see in pictures are like hand painted islands, but instead we just picked from like 3 different pre-made cabinets or Fabulood. So this isn't like a paint color, it was just a cabinet that they had in that color, which we really liked. I hope that made sense. Also, another thing that was not in spec were all the light fixtures. So we had to get any light fixture that you see in here, our chandelier, these ones for outside in the front, everywhere in all the bathrooms, these were all out of spec and out of pocket. And then another thing that we were able to change, like I said, we were only able to make minor layouts, so we did those 2 over there. And then over here is supposed to be another closet. So this wall came to here, it was supposed to be a closet. And we really didn't like that because the bathroom felt so exposed. But now we brought this wall out and it kind of hid the bathroom. And then we think the mud area would be more functional. And we could have gone really expensive with this and done like built-in cabinets and stuff, but instead we just put shiplap up, we bought those hooks, and we just bought this bench online, and I think it turned out really well. Alright, and then in here is our little powder room. So we decided to splurge a little bit in here since a lot of guests will see this bathroom. So when you go to plumbing, there's like so many options for faucets, and there's only specific ones that are in spec. So this one we went out of spec for. It's called the Purist faucet from Kohler. So we did go out of spec for that just because, like I said, guests will come here. And then we did pay for this mirror instead of doing the builder grade mirror. Like I said, the light fixtures and all of the towel hooks and the toilet paper hooks were not in spec, so we had to buy all of those. Okay, then if you come into here is our garage. Nothing really to say about the garage except there is an entrance back there directly to the basement, which we like. Okay, and then if you walk in this way is our dining room. So in here is Gray Owl, which is the same paint as the foyer. And then a decision in here that we made is we were going to do the trim at the bottom like it is in the foyer that you saw. And we were going to do the same paint as our bedroom upstairs that you'll see. But instead, we decided to do trim all along this wall. We feel like it really elongated the room and opened it up. And if we did a darker color, it kind of would have just closed in the room. So we're really happy with that decision. As I said, we had to buy all the light fixtures. We really like this one. I'm going to link all of them in the description. This one was from Birch Lane. They have so many good options and a really reasonable price too. And good customer service. All right, now it's time to go upstairs. Okay, so if you walk this way is bedroom number 1. Okay, so bedroom number 1, in all the bedrooms except for ours, we did classic gray paint color, which is the same as the kitchen. In all the bedrooms, you'll see there's vaulted ceilings, which we love. It just really opens up the room. And then we already assembled this guest bedroom. I just got to Matt assembled the guest bed. It's going to be a guest bedroom until obviously our kids grow up. Then one of the kids will get this room. But I actually feel like this fits the room really well. And another thing I didn't talk about is here we did do black accents on the doors. So the doors are Chantilly lace, like the molding trim is around the house. So the builder will give you a pamphlet of different door options, different handle options. So the doors, we decided to do the 2-panel Roman arch doors, I believe they're called. And then we picked the black accents for the handles, and there's different types of handles too. But yeah, we really like the way they turned out. I think the blackings, they look really nice. Okay, and then bedroom number 2, similar to the first, we have our vaulted ceilings and our classic gray paint. This will be Matt's office. We already have the router set up. Okay, and then over here we have our kids' bathroom. So I played it pretty safe in here with, you know, just white and marble. We did brushed nickel for all the faucets in here because we did chrome in our bathroom. Again, this I'll link because again, we had to get all the light fixtures on our own. We did stick with builder grade mirrors in here though, because we both personally like double sinks to have a nice huge mirror, which builder grade does that. So we actually like that mirror. And then just walking back here. So again, we just really safe with the subway tile back here. And then the brushed nickel with the plumbing in here. And then in here we do have a double closet, which is really nice. It allows a lot of room for linens. Really see if you come, but. And then in here we have our laundry room, which we're really excited about. It's not big, but it does the job. We did get our washer. All of the appliances actually were extra, which I'll talk about. So we got these on pedestals and we had some fun with the tile in here. And this is gray owl wall color. And then what I didn't mention in the kitchen is all the appliances such as the fridge, oven, microwave, washer, dryer. Those were not included in the spec sheet with the builder. He wrote in the spec sheet that all appliances would be covered by the clients because we wanted to pick out our own. So it might just depend on your builder if they have specific ones they pick out. And then walking into room number 3. This will be our nursery. So again, vaulted ceilings, classic gray. We already got her rug set up here. So this will be the nursery for now and probably stay a bedroom. But as you see, this gets a lot of light. So we actually already did hire someone to come and do our blinds. So they should be coming next week, hopefully, because there's a lot of light in here. And that is not included in the cost. And her bedroom is the only one that has a little walk-in closet here. Lastly, walking into our primary bedroom. So you'll see in here we did a different color. This is just called gray now. So it's very dark on the wall, but once it's on the wall, it looks really nice. We just think it's cozier in our bedroom. Here we're going to put our bed here and our TV against there. And instead of doing a light fixture in here, we decided to buy a fan because we both get really hot at night. So we thought that would make a lot more sense rather than buying a light fixture for this room. And then there is this little alcove area, which most likely I'll put a work desk over here. All right, and then we're gonna walk into our bathroom. So in this bathroom, I'm first gonna talk about the layout changes that we were able to make. So originally the builder had the shower spec'd out to be right here and then the bathtub to be right there. And then he also already had this window over there, which would have been in the shower. But we pushed back and we had him change the window and swap where these two were, which we're really happy about because it obviously makes for a bigger shower and it also allows for much more space here. It would have been too tight to have the shower right behind you if someone's like brushing their teeth here or something like that. But yeah, we did pick out all these vanities. And then in here, as I said, we did chrome finishes in here. Again, got these light fixtures, but stuck with the builder grade mirror in here. And then let's talk about my lessons learned. This is actually the hardest room for me to put together. I don't know why, I just felt like you see so much inspo online, but that ends up being really expensive or just not practical. So for example, the shower, a lot of tile you'll see is like smaller brick style online, right? I think it looks so pretty. This is a 7.5 foot shower. So that would have been a lot of tile, which would have been really expensive. And then also a ton of grout as well. So I didn't do the smaller tile. And then I kind of freaked out because I wanted, because we did do the bigger tile and I really do like marble, but I didn't want the marble to be a lot of veining in the shower. So I ended up picking something super simple in here to avoid too much veining, which, you know, obviously this isn't even really marble. It's just like a subtle white with some gray in it. But yeah, obviously it turned out really timeless. And then some lessons learned in here. So the shower door went up last, and I think that kind of threw us off a little bit because we always knew the controllers were going to go in the middle. We never questioned it, but now having the shower door up, we feel like we would have preferred to have the handles right here, because we would just open the door and then turn on the shower, because I'll be using this one a lot and then this one for hair wash day. But with that in there, you have to like walk all the way in the shower. So I probably would have swapped that. And then we probably would have asked for a bigger niche. We saw them putting in that size niche, but for some reason we didn't ask them to do a bigger one. And then we also probably would have asked to build in a shower bench, but we ended up just buying this one online, which still looks really good. And then also we put up these towel hooks before the shower door. So we would have originally probably put this hook right there, because when you open this door, it just hits that hook, which is why there's a bumper on there right now. So we're gonna have him move that hook to right there. And then another note about that hook. So right here, we have a pocket door. So we would have wanted the hooks on this wall, but we couldn't do that because of this pocket door. So the only option was there, and I'm putting it over there. And then of course we have a little hidden toilet over here. All right, lastly, we walk into the primary closet. So if you walk through this way, so in here we just did all wire racks throughout the closet, because we didn't want to really spend a lot of money on building out a closet just yet. That's something we could do down the line. But honestly, I'm really happy with the racks. And then this vanity did not come with the house. This is from a Impressions vanity that my brother and Matt put together. And it was really nice in this area, so this will do my makeup. And then if you come, and to finish out the closet, if you come this way, is just the whole rest of the closet. So again, with the wire racks, the only thing here is that the builder only spec'd out for one wire rack along the whole closet, which he originally had up, but I made him take that down and instead have two on this wall, so I wanted more hanging space. So we did pay for the extra wire rack, which was totally fine. It just adds so much more to this room. And then lastly, I just want to talk about our siding. So we're really happy with the siding. Again, we didn't want to do something trendy, wanted it to be pretty timeless. So we did pick out like timeless garage doors, but did add a little bit of a trendy touch with the handles. And then the siding, we, you know, the house is kind of flat, so we wanted to add a little bit of dimension. So we did a mix of hardy plank and then cedar plank there and up there, and then stone at the bottom. And then one thing that was not included was a mailbox. We still need to install that mailbox, which is why it's sitting there. And then again, we got the light fixtures, and the house address is something, you know, we had to pay for that was not technically in spec.